Good morning. Here we are again, and we are reading Genesis chapter 12 this morning. Genesis chapter 12, starting in a new section kind of Genesis, looking at Abram and the life of Abram. And remember that this is where the church came from. This is where Israel came from. And ultimately, that is the church and representing that. And so let's begin here. The Lord had said to Abram, leave your native country, your relatives, and your father's family to go to a land that I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you and make you famous. And you will be a blessing to others. 3. I will bless those who bless you and curse those who treat you with contempt. All the families of the earth will be blessed through you. 4. So Abram departed as the Lord had instructed, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he left for Haran. There was already a problem right there. He took Lot, but if you look back in verse we'll see in the future here, I guess. 5, he took his wife Sarah, his nephew Lot, pages are sticking together, and all his wealth, his livestock, and all the people he had taken into his household at Haran, and headed to the land of Canaan. When they arrived at Canaan, 6, Abram traveled through the land as far as Shechem. There he set up a camp beside the oak of Moriah. At that time, the area was inhabited by the Canaanites. 7. Then the Lord appeared to Abraham and said, I will give you this land to your descendants. And Abram built an altar there and dedicated it to the Lord who had appeared to him. 8. By all indications, that where we read that Lord, I believe that it was Jesus that appeared to him. 8. After all, Abram traveled south, set up camp in the hill country with Bethel to the west and Ai at the east. Remember those names, they become kind of important in the future. There he built another altar and dedicated it to the Lord, and he worshiped the Lord. Then Abram continued to travel south by stages towards Nigva. 10. At that time, a severe famine struck the land of Canaan, forcing Abram to go down to Egypt, where he lived as a foreigner. 11. As he approached the border of Egypt, Abram said to his wife Sarah, look, you are a very beautiful woman. 12. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, this is his wife, and they will kill him. Then he can have her. 13. So please tell them you are my sister. Then they will spare my life and treat me well because of their interest in you. We already right there see the heart of Abram. The heart was very selfish. The heart was about him and no one else. You know, what a sad state of affairs when everything's about us, right? And let's continue in 14. And sure enough, when Abram arrived in Egypt, everyone noticed Sarai's beauty. 15. When the palace officials saw her, they sang her praises to Pharaoh, their king. And Sarai was taken into his palace. 16. Then Pharaoh gave Abraham many gifts because of her: sheep, goats, cattle, male and female donkeys, male and female servants, and camels. 17. But the Lord sent terrible plague upon Pharaoh and his household because of Sarai, Abram's wife. 18. So Pharaoh summons to Abram and accused him sharply. What have you done to me? He demanded. Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? 19. Why did you say she was my sister and allow me to take her as my wife? Now then, here is your wife. Take her. Get out of here. 20. Pharaoh ordered some of his men to escort them, and he sent Abram out of the country along with his wife and all his possessions. We're going to keep reading there, but I've got to stop. I've got another thing that just popped up. And so we'll get to 13 tomorrow. But remember, the heart always leads us into trouble. Remember, sin always affects other people, just as we saw right here. You know, Abram lied, and that lie affected more than just him, as sin always does. I hope you have a great day. God bless.